not. When God shuts a door, it's literally for a reason. I've learned that. Don't go chasing after doors that have been shut. It ain't for you. Don't keep hurting yourself.
You can throw dirt on my name, won't keep me down. So proud of myself, wish the old me could see me now. Turn heads every time I be around because I'm tripping. I ain't like these other human beings, but I'm different.
Hey guys. So welcome back to my channel. Okay, if you wonder why I'm holding up the number 7. I don't know, guys. Look, okay, don't judge your fish, all right? It was my son's 7th birthday, and I held on to it because it has glitter. That's why. No, seriously. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Amber, for those of you who are new. For those of you who are my OG ride or die. Thanks for walking, right? Thanks for walking. Thanks for walking with your girl, okay? In today's video, we are going to talk about the topic of women fall in love in a man's presence, where men fall in love in a woman's absence. Okay? Oh boy. If this ain't the truth, this ain't the truth. Now I saw this quote a long time ago, but I really understand it. I really get it. Okay? Women fall in love in a man's presence. Men tend to fall in love in a woman's absence. Now, disclaimer, this rule really applies to women just across the board, for the most part. You have your average woman that's, a little off, but for the most part, the women part is correct. Now, for the men part, this is strictly for more toxic men. Yeah, toxic men. Because that doesn't make sense. Why would you wait to fall in love in a woman's absence if you're supposed to be a man? Like, she gone now. She gone. So you being in love with her going to mean what at this point? It doesn't make sense to me. But Ripley's Believe It or Not happens quite often, and I have that story a lot. Yeah. So unfortunately with me, I've experienced this a lot because I am a very romantic and hopeless romantic. Fairy tale, lovey-dovey, mushy, very mushy woman. And I love love. I've always loved love. I love anything in representation of love. Sappy music, romantic movies, music, cartoons, like literally you name it. I love it as long as it revolves around love. And the thing is that, people that could say, oh, if you don't have a good relationship with your mom or your dad wasn't there, or, if you didn't graduate from school or whatever the heck they try to make it seem like. Okay, me personally, because now I'm into astrology, I believe that a lot of it has to do with also to my birth chart, because it ain't nobody else out here like me, just like there's nobody else out here like you. And it's not just because that's how God made you, because we're all made in his image. There's still certain things, but we'll get into that later. Okay, the bottom line is that I love love, and the thing with that is that I allowed that to be to my detriment in a sense. Looking back on a lot of my past, I, 1, did not love myself. 2, I was very young. 3, I was very naive. 4, wasn't mature. I guess that ties into me being really young. 5, desperate. No, I had a lot of things going that were negative. But not necessarily that was so bad about me, but more so it made me more of easy prey to POSs, pieces of okay? So, yeah, let's go ahead and break this down. So, literally, women, we tend to fall for a man first. We do. We might not admit it out of our mouths. We might not want to admit it. We might not want to accept this. But that's normally how it goes. Like when we're talking to a guy, we're talking to him, we start dating him. Within that, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth month, we kind of like, okay, where's this going? Are you really serious about me? When am I going to meet your mother? When am I going to meet your family? Could this be aiming towards marriage? We're kind of like big on that. Like I said, most women. You have someone like, no, not me, but okay, you're the exception. But most women who want love, those are the type of things they're going to be looking for too. Now the guy, he's going to be more like most men. Now you have your rare occasions where he's like, okay, great. But for the most part, guys are more like, yeah, we're just gonna take this one day at a time. Oh, let's just go with the flow. Oh, my mom, she's out of town. Maybe next year. No, but guys are going to be more trying to take it slow. Like, this is just moving too fast because for them, it's like, I don't want to be feeling you too soon because men like to have their options open. A lot of them do. Most of the time when you meet a man, you're not the only one he's talking to, sweetheart. You're just not. He could tell you that, but he's lying. So he doesn't really want to think about settling down so fast because then he's going to have to let go of all his other options, and society teaches men not to do that. Now, if you are pursuing, if a man of God is pursuing you, then you don't have to worry about that. But even a lot of men who claim to be men of God in today's society, they're liars. They're not. Trust me, I know. So, yeah. And so the thing is that women, we give our all, we fall, and then we come to realize that we fell for a liar, for a narcissist, for a manipulator, for a user, for a man who doesn't want more for himself, makes no effort, doesn't care about being broke or not having that much money, no transportation, no place, before you know it, you're already falling head over heels for this guy, and he doesn't even match up. He doesn't really care because he's not really feeling you the way you are him. And again, even if he says he is, he's still trying to play the fence in the background. But what tends to happen is, even if you guys do claim each other, let's say you guys are dating, everything's going well, but then you find out some other things or whatever the reason why you two had to part separate ways, what tends to happen is that eventually that woman, if she's healthy, she will gather herself together and move forward. She's not going to keep crying over spilled milk. She might be sad for a little bit, but then she gathers herself and moves on. Whereas though the guy, he might distract himself with addiction stuff, whether that's in forms of drinking, smoking, watching the Binky Binky, going, just traveling, just trying to stay out of his mind. So he's just traveling. But eventually he comes back down to earth and he's like, wow. I'm going to say Sarah. Sarah, she wasn't really asking me for that much. Come to think about it. I think he done probably ran through a few women too. Some men do that. And then they think, Sarah wasn't really that bad. Wow. Jasmine didn't really ask me for that much. Malika really wasn't, she really was down for me. And I played her. Wasn't really ready to commit. Man, I miss us laughing together. I miss how we used to watch movies and just chill. I miss how, she would be able to make my day feel better more than any woman I've ever been with. And I fumbled that bag. Damn, you know what? Let me text her. Hey, I miss you. Let me call her. Hello? Yeah, how you been? Yeah, I've been good. I was thinking about you. I had some time to think, and yeah, I fucked up, and I want you back. I realized I let a good one go. I realized, there's really no other woman out here like you. You know, that type of stuff. Pretty sure we've all gone through it. We've all heard it once, twice, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you know, however many times you've been down that rodeo. Can't, don't judge here, okay? Judge your fish. But you're gonna wonder to yourself, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months after we broke up, a year, 2 years after we done broke up, you realize I was the love of your life, I was your soulmate, I was everything you needed, but you didn't realize that when I was crying in your bedroom, when I was crying on your voicemail, when I was sending you voice notes, when I was texting you, when I was just bending over backwards, when I was paying stuff, when I was surprising you, when I was giving you the best than anybody else. Like, why is it that now I'm finito, I'm gone? Now you're here. And of course you're gonna feel bad. Well, some people might laugh, some people probably don't. But for me, I do feel bad for people, like I do. I hate it. I hate it. I can't understand it. But I do feel bad because it's like, damn, that's wild. If you had this when we was together, yeah. Now you gotta watch the next man. Ooh, that burns. You gotta watch the next man do what you couldn't. He's getting all the benefits. He's getting all the benefits. That's for those of you who move on. Now, for those of you who have not moved on and then that man hits you with that, it's up to you to decide if you're going to entertain him. In my humble opinion, I would not. When God shuts a door, it's literally for a reason. I've learned that. Don't go chasing after doors that have been shut. It ain't for you. Don't keep hurting yourself. A lot of times, ladies, this is common. That grown boy took you for granted. That's why now he's thinking back and realizing that. Because he tried to replace you with Latika, Monica, Lawanda, Tasha, Kira, Yonda, whatever the people name is. He tried to replace you several times and he failed several times. So now you want to come back to me? After you hurt me, after you lied, after you abused, after you cheated, after you did all of that. Now you want to come back? Because you realize I was supposed to be the one. I was the love of your life? Sorry. I'm good. I love myself now. And I will never go back to that. I would never go back to bare minimum, to bottom of the barrel. Never. So, ladies, even though you might feel hurt because you fell for that man fast, which has happened to me a lot of times, fell in love with potential. Well, not even fell in love because I was never in love. Even when I thought I wasn't. You can just get over a person, you wasn't in love with them. Like, let's be honest. But I had really strong, deep love. And the reason why I probably didn't fall in love, because it never made me feel safe. I never was able to just feel soft and gentle and safe. I had to be in fight mode all the time. I had to be in masculine energy all the time. So how am I fall in love with that, But, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of men in particular, they're going to be in regretville. Whereas though that woman's going to keep elevating, getting better and better and better. And you're going to be so sad because years down the line, you're going to realize that was the one that got away. Because when God gives you a blessing and you mishandle it, baby, you're going to hate yourself. You're going to regret it for the rest of your days. So, do better next time. When you know that girl's really down for you, when you see she really loves you, she will go to the end of the world for you. You better hold on to that. You don't find that every day. She look good, she dressed good, she got well manners, she cooks, she cleans, she know how to. You want it? Let's do it. Run it. My own it. My she can do all of that. Stevie Wonder can see that, baby. You don't let that go. You don't let that go. Like, what be wrong with him? You know that Moneybag Yo song? He'd be like, man, what be wrong with? Like, that's how I feel like with dudes. Man, what be wrong with? Like, for real. But I digress. My mom would always tell me something. You know, y'all know I don't have the best relationship with her, but she did give somewhat good advice from time to time. And one of the things she would say to me was, your biggest lesson is you. Very, very, very true. Men, your biggest lesson, grown boys, I'm sorry. Grown boys, your biggest lesson is going to be you. And one day you will be a man when you learn to love a woman correctly the first time around. When you don't need 10, 15, 20,000 chances to get it right. When you don't take her through the struggle bus of love and to the point where she wants to jump off of a building. You know, when you get to that point, then you've reached that grown man. When you loved her like Christ loved the church. When you love her with the love of God, that's when you graduate from being a grown boy to a man. So that's all I got to say about this subject. Let me know in the comment section below if you've been through this, if you know anybody who's been through this, and what did you do to never be in that predicament again? Me? I just upped my level of self-love. I did not love myself. And religion played a huge part in that. I am not religious anymore. I have a relationship. And I'm very awakened now. And people can think whatever the heck they want. I don't care. Judge a fish, like I always say. But I love myself now. And baby, I'm a wife for life. I'm taken. That ring coming soon, okay? That ring coming soon. But I'm going. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys, okay? I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Talk to you soon.